She had it all, a fortune estimated at over 100 million Hong Kong dollars, around 12 to 13 million US dollars, Vogue covers, and a life wrapped in pure luxury. And then Abby Choi vanished. What the search uncovered shocked the entire world. Welcome back to Noir Frame, where we dive into true crimes that expose the darkest truth hiding in plain sight. Today, we'll look at the life and death of Abby Choi, a woman who seemed to embody the Hong Kong dream. Born July 15, 1994, she was born into a wealthy family whose business in mainland China, construction and mining, was worth hundreds of millions. Her net worth easily exceeded $100 million. Her face appeared in Vogue, in L'Officiel, everywhere, a global socialite, a rising icon. But on February 21st, 2023, Abby simply disappeared. And for someone like her, that was immediately alarming. She was always on her phone, always reachable. Missing even a few calls was unusual. Within hours, she was declared missing. And because of her high profile status, over 150 officers were assigned to the case. Eventually, even Hong Kong's elite flying tigers. 3 days later, they found the truth. And this wasn't a missing person case. This was a tragedy rooted in betrayal and greed in a city built on extremes of luxury and desperation. Abby once bought her ex-husband family an $8 million luxury apartment. You think generosity like that buys you gratitude? In Hong Kong's high society, it can be fatal. Abby married young at 18 to a man named Alex Kwan. They had 2 children, but divorced after 3 years. Even then, Abby remained unusually devoted to Alex and his entire family. To give her kids stability, she bought Alex's family a lavish apartment, marble floors, a private courtyard, worth over $8 million. Her mistake? She registered the unit under Alex's father's name to save taxes. Technically, she could contest ownership later, but practically, she had just handed her ex-husband's entire family a free luxury lifestyle. They were living large, and Abby was footing the bill. By 2023, Abby realized she had been taken advantage of for years. She wanted the apartment back, and that decision would cost her life. To understand the motive, you have to understand the people Abby was supporting. The Kwon family was drowning in debt, disgrace, and desperation. The opposite of Abby's glittering success. Alex's father, Kao, once a police sergeant, was forced out of the force in 2005 after being accused of assaulting a woman. A former cop with no loyalty to the law, Alex Kwong, the ex-husband, was a fugitive. Between 2013 and 2015, Alex Kwon was accused of stealing gold and running fake gold investment scam that defrauded at least 4 victims of around 5 million Hong Kong dollars. He jumped bail and became a fugitive. His brother, Anthony, Abby's chauffeur, owned money everywhere. His dad piled up until a bank sued him in 2019. Their mother declared bankrupt. Meanwhile, Abby was worth over 100 million. They were sinking, she was soaring. And the moment Abby tried to reclaim the apartment, the tension exploded. Alex's father allegedly threatened to kill her if she insisted. Abby immediately sought legal counsel, but it was already too late. Abby's last known sighting showed her entering a car, the same car driven by her own chauffeur, Anthony Kwong, heading to pick up her daughter. But GPS data told a different story. On February 21st, Abby disappeared. Surveillance captured her leaving her building, dressed simply, carrying a purple handbag. Anthony and the Kwong family claimed they hadn't seen her, but the car's GPS showed a detour, 30 kilometers outside Hong Kong, to a rural village called Lungmei Tsuen. 72 hours after Abby vanished, detectives focused on one 3-story house. Nothing could have prepared them for what was inside. Tarps covered the walls. The kitchen held a meat grinder, saws, clevers, 2 large pots boiling on the stove. Inside those pots, a human skull, rib bones. In the refrigerator, two legs. Police realized the Kwong family had rented the house specifically for one purpose: to dismember Abby's body and destroy every trace of evidence. The evidence pointed to a coordinated family plot. Anthony used his job as Abby's driver to kidnap her and bring her to the rented house. Alex and his father were waiting. Anthony and Carl were arrested immediately, but Alex, the ex husband, disappeared. The case became so high profile that the Flying Tigers took over the search. The city turned into a manhunt. Alex was arrested the next day at Tung Chung Pier, allegedly trying to flee Hong Kong by boat. He was carrying about 500,000 Hong Kong dollars in cash and luxury watches worth around 4 million Hong Kong dollars. A yacht rental agent who reportedly took 100,000 Hong Kong dollars to arrange his escape was later charged with assisting a fugitive. The plot, driven entirely by greed, was now fully exposed. The Kwon family destroyed Abby's life over an $8 million apartment, but her real legacy lives on in the 4 children she left behind. The brothers and their father face murder charges. Others, including Kwon Ko's alleged mistress and a yacht rental agent, have been charged with assisting Alex's attempt escape and preventing the course of justice. Abby's last husband, Chris Tam, described her as kind, giving, and full of love. Friends remembered a gentle, generous woman whose success never hardened her heart. She left behind 4 children, 2 from her first marriage, 2 from her second. The final battle in this tragedy is not the murder trial, but the custody fight. Abby's mother is now fighting to take full guardianship away from the Kwon family forever. The family that destroyed Abby's life now faces the consequences. But for the children, the struggle to rebuild their lives is only beginning.
The funeral of typo murder victim Abby Choi was held this afternoon in Taiwan. The ceremony was held at Po Fook Memorial Hall and was closed to the public. Photos of Choi wearing pink clothing were placed at the entrance of the funeral house, with the color also serving as the event's theme. Friends, family, and celebrities attended Choi's funeral, arriving at the funeral parlor by bus. A traditional Chinese funerary rite will be conducted tomorrow morning before the former socialite's cremation at Polin Monastery on Lantau Island.
If you found this deep dive compelling, don't forget to like, share your thoughts, and stay curious and sharp. We'll see you on the next one, here on Norframe. And bye!